You guys saw the title, we're in it for the long haul today, oh good lord. What's up guys, welcome back to the video. Today, we're gonna be ranking every single Minecraft mob, both good, evil, oh my god, this is gonna take ages. Y'all know the drill, like, subscribe, let's get into my least favorite. As some of you guys saw from my hardcore series, there was one particular mob that I always freaking hated. And that's right, it is the zombie, but specifically the baby zombie. Yeah, that's right, burn boy. I don't know if you guys saw that series, but basically a baby zombie always ruined my day, and it was absolutely terrible. So for that reason, unfortunately, even though I like the adult zombie version, the baby zombie makes this mob my least favorite of all time. What good ever came from this awful freak of imagination? Look at it. I hate everything about you. Phantoms are terrible in almost every way. They kill you if you don't sleep, and they do literally hardly anything else for you. Yeah, you can get their phantom membrane, but I'd rather not get your membrane. I'd rather you just die. Die! This next one's gonna be pretty controversial, as skeletons are my least favorite thing to fight. Obviously, like I said, baby zombies are bad, and that is why they are the last spot. But skeletons, I am terrified of. Growing up, I was always really scared of skeletons, and I still am to this day. I'm 21 now. And oh my gosh, they are freaking evil. They got so much better in the recent updates where, yeah, it's a skill issue, but they hit almost every single shot that they try to make. And also, they knock me off and ruin my day. I hate you, skeleton. The next one is going to make some people mad, but I hate blazes. Blazes are so freaking frustrating. They're only found in the Nether Fortress, and when you do finally find them, they have like a, what, 50% chance of dropping their big ol' rod? And if they do drop their big ol' rod, you have to kill several of them, but then they can put you on fire and totally ruin your day. If it wasn't for me having full diamond armor when I finally went to the fortress, I would have most likely lost to the blazes. Next up is the Ghast. I hate the Ghast. They are terrifying to me. First, I don't like how many tentacles they have. I think they're weird looking. Second, they just make me uncomfortable. They're really strong. They can just blow you off of a platform just because they want to, and they're just really powerful in general. Now, obviously, you can deflect their fireballs back at them, which is helpful, but I hate them. Third to last in the F tier are cave spiders. So if you guys did watch my Minecraft hardcore series, you'll know that I had a spawner of these, which gave me tons of XP, which is why they're not lower on this list than they should be. Cave spiders look cool, but the poison effect can totally ruin a hardcore Let's Play. If it wasn't for that, though, they'd be much higher because I do like their design quite a bit. Next up, in another dimension, are these shulkers. So, shulkers, in my opinion, are just so freaking weird. Oh, why do you like the shulkers so much? That's so strange. What are y'all doing? They're very obnoxious. You know, they can make you go really high, and if you don't have feather falling or a slow falling potion, they can really ruin your day. I also just think their design's pretty lame, but at least you can get shulker boxes. That's pretty cool. And the last spot in F tier goes to anything that is related to a raid. So the big boys, these boys. As you guys may know, I hate pillagers. They totally ruined my first series of Minecraft hardcore, and I still hate them to this day. Look at them. They're just villagers, but ugly. I cannot stand them. Die. So now we're in D tier, which talks about the mobs that I don't necessarily hate, like I absolutely hate encountering, but they're definitely never going to be my favorites. And first up, we have bees. Now I know that's going to make a lot of people mad. It's just me personally. In real life, I am totally afraid of wasps. So having a mechanic, an entire update, pretty much just focusing around the fact that bees can sting you, I'm not gonna like it. People in my family are allergic to bees, and I've always been pretty scared of them. Now, obviously, bumblebees are a little bit less scary than wasps, but I've never been a fan of the real life. I will say in Minecraft, they're much cuter and a lot more passive, and I think they're cute, but unfortunately, because of my real life trauma, I'm not a fan. Next up, we have the Warden. So the Warden, as you guys know, I have a love-hate relationship with. The Warden is just very freaking weird. I think it's a terrible boss. If you guys haven't seen the video talking about where I rank every single biome, check this one out. I don't give the Deep Dark a great rating. I think he's extremely weird looking, and at the same time, he just walks all weird. He's not worth the fight. He doesn't drop anything good, and he's way too strong. Next up, we have the Sniffer. Now, we have a little joke on my stream. This guy just makes everybody uncomfortable. He's like your weird uncle that you don't want to invite over for like the, I don't know, Cinco de Mayo party. Look at him. He's just sniffing the ground. Oh, what are you gonna find? What are you gonna find? There's a warden next to you that's gonna freaking kill ya. Like, I won't. Oh, I was kidding, but dang. Look, I don't think the Sniffer is that bad of a mob. I don't hate its design, but I have yet to encounter one, and I think they're really freaking weird. I'm not a big fan. Next up, we have the Wandering Trader. Now, the Wandering Trader is fine in almost every way. I just get tired of seeing him, and now that I can craft my own leads, there's not really a reason to him. So I don't really hate him. He's just kind of there, and I just feel like he's kind of useless. And it's one of those situations where now that leads are a lot easier to craft, not requiring slime anymore, I just kind of wish that Mojang put their resources into something else rather than this piece of crap. Next up, we have a triple entry, which refers to a husk, a stray, or I believe a bog. And all of these mobs are kind of grouped into one. I just think they're cooler looking reskins of the zombie or skeleton. They're pretty neat, like they're fine. That's pretty much all I have to say. They're just, you know, cooler looking, I guess, but I feel the same about the zombie and the skeleton, just with cooler textures. And he's about to freaking die. This is going to be the most depressing anime betrayal of all time. He's out of there! Oh, never mind, he's just yelling. Next up, we have the Drowned. Oh, a baby drowned at that. Get out of here, I hate you. The Drowned are one of my least favorite animals, or not even an animal, the least favorite mobs of all time, because not how they look. I actually think they look really freaking cool. I have a really bad experience with one. If you guys haven't seen my very second or third hardcore death, it was extremely depressing where I died to a Drowned. They're really good. They can be really good with a trident, and for that reason, I have a skill issue where I hate them. If I did not think they looked extremely badass, they would not be this high on my list. Next up, we have a mob that I have never seen in any survival world of all time. A Breeze. Now, I think they look cool, but like I said, I don't really want to make a strong opinion because I've never really gotten to experience one. I fought one when the update like first came out just to, you know, find one and see what would happen. So, I mean, they look kind of cool, but I can't really give a solid opinion. Overall, I guess they're fine. Next up, we have Great Aunt Janice. Look at Great Aunt Janice. What are you doing over there? Like, come on, go to the water. Come on. Now, I'll tell you one thing. These temples are so freaking annoying. They're super freaking common. And, you know, like, Elder Guardian's pretty cool looking. I just think, like, the whole fight is a pretty interesting one where, like, it has all of its little, like, minions and, you know, it gives you weakness and everything. I think it's a pretty, or Miner's Fatigue, rather. I think it's a pretty cool mob. Just not my favorite. Next up, I'm grouping every single Piglin-esque nether thing together. So any guy like this or the Hoglins, anything like that, I'm grouping in this entry simply because I just think they're kind of lame. I appreciate their gold trades and everything. I think they have really cool mechanics. I'm just not a big fan of how they look, and I don't think they do very much. Oh, he can transform. That's kind of cool. Last up in the D category is a Slime. Now, Slimes I think are fine. You know, they're pretty okay. I like their mechanic where, you know, they split into smaller pieces. Only part about them I'm not really a big fan of. It's just the fact that finding a slime chunk can be really hard sometimes. It can suck, and sometimes you have to put it up into that, like, seed lookup feature that y'all were telling me about. So I think that's kind of lame. Other than that, though, they're kind of cute, I guess. They don't really do much. Now we're in the C category, which are basically mobs where I don't feel super strongly about, so, like, I don't love them, and I definitely don't hate them. They're fine. So starting off with the Magma Cube. Now, the Magma Cube is literally just the slime, but slightly cooler. That's literally the only reason that it's in this category over the other slime, and that's pretty much it. Next up, we have the Glow Squid. Now, the Glow Squid is cute, but unfortunately, it doesn't really do much. Like, it gives you the glowing signs, which I guess is pretty nice. But other than that, I think it's another just retextured kind of boring mob. And very similarly to that, we have the Tropical Fish. Oh, that is not a tropical fish. Oops. We have the tropical... No, wait, what is happening? Next up, we have the tropical fish. Now, this kind of like refers to all the fish at once, so like pufferfish, cod, and the tropical fish. All of them together, I feel like they are pretty okay. There's not really like anything special about them. They look pretty. And other than that, that's pretty much it. They don't really have much game implications. So fun, but not crazy. Next up, we have the normal squid. Honestly, just a slight upgrade against the Glow Squid in my opinion. It's just more nostalgic. Other than that, like I said, everything about the Glow Squid stands here. Doesn't really do much, but it's cute. Next up, we have the Axolotl. Look at the pink Axolotl. Again, same exact thing as the rest in this tier. This tier is going to be pretty boring. They're cute, but don't really do much for you. Nice to have, pretty to hold, but if you break it, consider it sold, or whatever the expression is. Next up, we have the Trader Llama. More fun version of the Trader Villager, I guess, but other than that, I don't like when it spits on me. Next up, we have the Horse, and I'm kind of like grouping together like mules, donkeys, and horses. I think they're very fun. I think they're very useful, but for me, unfortunately, I kind of stopped playing Minecraft Survival when they came out, which is 1.7. So they're cute, they're fun, I like them a lot, but I haven't really had an experience where I've had one in a survival world. So I think once I have one, it'll change, but like my entire hardcore world, I never found a saddle, so I never had a horse. Next up, we have an Endermite. They're cute, but they look kind of like, oh, they're just kind of freaky. But good freaky. You're a good freaky purple nurple, whatever you are. Next up, more useless, we have a bat. Super cool looking, but does nothing. Continuing our place in the very boring seats here is the Guardian. Now, the Guardian is an upgrade over the Elder Guardian in almost every single way, in my opinion. I think it's pretty cute. I love having like a defender of the castle, and I think they did a great job of making the Guardian look like a less intimidating version, but still cute and cool at the same time of the Elder Guardian. Next up, we have the, what are you? A Zombie Villager. The Zombie Villager is helpful, okay? The Zombie Villager, I'm not going to deny, is a helpful mob, because if you do cure it, it gives you a helpful boost in trading. But the problem is you have to cure it, and that can be a little bit difficult at times. So while I do like it, it is never going to be my favorite. Next up is the Allay. Super cute, but I've never gotten to use one. So if I ever got to use it, I'm sure it's great, but unfortunately right now, not a fan. Next up, we have the Camel. Also super cute, but I've never encountered one. I like your hump. G. And swimming right up is the Frog. I'm not a big frog fan in real life, but I do think the Minecraft frogs are quite cute. Wow, I cannot talk. If you guys did see that video where I talked about every single biome, I did say the swamps and the other kind of swamps I can't remember are not personally my favorite, but I don't hate them. Whoa, look at what washed ashore. What do I have in this chest here? A stone spear, that's it. Next up, we have the ocelot. Ocelots used to be a lot better when you tame them to have cats now, but now cats wildly spawn. So ocelots are cute, but not really much. Next up, we got the creaking. The creaking is freaking horrifying. I hate it. However, I made a short where it, did pretty well, and I feel like I'm contractually obligated to like it. So I like it. Next up, we got the fox. Cute, but what do you say? Ding, 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 ding. Okay, that's enough. Last up in the C tier, we have the goat. The greatest of all time, but actually the greatest of being mid. Fine, but not special. And now we're in the B tier, meaning basically all the mobs that I feel like I saw a 6.5 out of 10, maybe a 7 out of 10. I'm not like, oh my gosh, this is like, I love you. And I'm definitely not like mid against it. Like I overall have a pretty decent opinion. And we're gonna start off with the armadillo. I think they're super cute. They have a cool use with like the little armadillo brush and everything. I think they're fun. I think they're cute. I like them. The cat is better than the ocelot in almost every way. Scares away creepers, can be really helpful for mob farms, and I think they're really cute. I love them. They're great, but yet again, not as helpful as a dog in my opinion, but I like it. Next up is the llama, the normal llama, which I just think are fun. That's pretty much all I have to say. I wish I had more to say about the llama, but what else am I gonna say? It also spits. I just think the llama's kind of fun looking. I like it. This is a terrible entry. Let's move on. All right, polar bears are definitely cute. Now, I will say, polar bears would be a lot higher on my list if it was not for the baby polar bears and the ice biomes. As you guys know, I hate the ice biomes. Oh, it goes into a mountain? That's so sick. But unfortunately, the polar bear babies are really defensive, which I think is really cool. Like the moms get defensive over their babies. Really cool mechanic, but almost ruined my playthrough. Next up, we got the rabbit. Cute, but does very little. It gives you jump boost potion. That's kind of fun, right, rabbit? Next up is the strider, which I think is a super cool mob. Look at it. You can literally like ride around the nether and everything. They're so freaking cute. Look at him. Want to get in the water, little buddy? Get in the water. You like that? Oh, no, he's dying. No, I'm sorry. Oh, crap. Well, I'm sorry. I'm a terrible person. Wow. Next up, we have the turtle. It's actually supposed to be in this biome. I think they're cute. I like their mechanic with the eggs, and I think they're really fun. So I like them. Next up, we have the villager. The normal villager is super good for trading. Please step away from me, sir. I think the villager is very fun in a lot of ways, but unfortunately, I do think that their design is a little weird. I like the whole mechanic of trading with them and changing their class and everything, but overall, I'm not a big fan of the way they look, but I guess they have a pretty thick eyebrow with a big nose. Maybe I'm a villager. You and I are the same person, aren't we? Second to last, we have a silverfish. I think silverfish design is excellent for what it's supposed to be. I hate fighting them. I think they're extremely weird and creepy and make me feel gross, but I think they're very well made, and I have to respect that. Last up in this tier is the wither. Now, the wither, as you guys know, is a little bit destructive. I do like the wither. I think it is a fun boss, but I don't think it's ever going to beat the ender dragon in my book. Obviously, it's way better than the warden. Not quite as good as the ender dragon. I think it's fun, but unfortunately, I think the way of obtaining its skulls and everything is a little... Oh, it's killing the cats. It's killing the polar bear. Oh, this is so sad. Well, okay, yeah. Wither, honestly, you're down to F tier. And while he's withering away my world, let's go talk about the A tier, which is basically the mobs that I feel is strong. 8 out of 10, I like quite a bit. Starting off the A tier, how could I not start with talking about the classic Minecraft chicken? Now, unfortunately, out of all of the original passive mobs, in my opinion, chickens are the most useless, but they are definitely helpful for making like an automatic fried chicken farm. Like if you do like the bunch of chickens and they lay eggs and those eggs shoot out of dispensers and go into other chickens who die, it can be extremely beneficial. But unfortunately, chickens are generally just not the most useful Minecraft mob. However, I think they are extremely cute, well designed, and totally nostalgic, so I love them. Next up is the cow. Obviously, very similar vibe as the chicken. I think they're extremely great, and they give great food. Steak is still one of the best early game and late game, honestly, foods in the entire game of Minecraft. But unfortunately, I am just not a personal big fan of cows. I think they're awesome. I love them, but they don't happen to be my favorite in Minecraft. I just don't think they're that cute. But other than that, I like them. Next up is the Iron Golem. Now, the Iron Golem is awesome because you can summon it and it fights for you. They're good unless you hit them, and I just think they're so freaking cool. Defending a village and everything. You guys saw with the Guardians. My favorite part about them was defending their castle. The fact that there's an entire mob dedicated to defending a village, I just think is so fun. They help out against like the raids and everything like that. They help out in the pillager towers. They're just super cool. I love them. Next up is the panda. Not much use, but I love pandas. Hashtag save the pandas, and I love them. Parrots are very interesting, in my opinion, and the fact that they can like mimic the sounds of mobs is why they're not in S tier for me. I love the way they look. I love the different colors, and I love how you can tame them and everything. But unfortunately, because they can mimic the sounds of mobs, they're scary and hardcore. Other than that, though, they're great. Spiders are awesome. One of the best hostile mobs of all time. Super well designed, super scary, and the fact that they're very nice to you in the daytime I think is super cute. Other than that though, pretty basic, but I like them. Next up is the wolf. Like I said earlier, cats are great, but having a dog who's even more cute, and you're able to tame him and change your color and everything, is super useful. The wolves have always been helpful, and they're really good in combat, so of course I like it. Next up is the creeper. Classic Minecraft mob. It can't be an S tier just because it's ruined my hardcore world a few times, and my personal survival worlds and everything else I do. Basically, I suck against creepers. I think they're super cute though. They're totally like the face of Minecraft, and I like them. Next up is the Enderman. Now, the Enderman is just a well-designed Pokemon. This is not a Pokemon video. Well-designed mob. They just look so good. They can pick up blocks, they can teleport, they can do a bunch of things. I just think they're super cute, super freaky looking, but also really cool. I like how they also can talk in English backwards. I think it's fun. Next up are unfortunately Ender Pearls, because I can't go to a stronghold and fight the Ender Dragon right now. The Ender Dragon is just a solid boss. I've only beaten it once, like super legitimately, and that was in my hardcore world yesterday. So I haven't gotten to have much experience with it, but I think they are super cool. I think she's such a fun boss to fight, such a well-designed boss, and just one that's a classic. Finally, finishing out the A tier, we have our home dog, the Wither Skeleton. As you guys have seen in this list, having an alternate design of another mob normally doesn't do much for me, but the Wither Skeleton is just metal to the max. Having a stone sword instead of a normal skeleton's bow, defending another fortress, you guys know I love it by this point. Wither skeletons are just awesome. And now we've reached the S tier, which are the best of the best of the best mobs. Starting out with my fourth favorite, the Minecraft pig. It is just so freaking cute. I can't even kill them and use them for food. I just love them so much. They're so adorable. I always have liked them. Growing up, they were my favorite animal, and they still are pretty high up there. I just think they're adorable. Third up is the sheep. I just like everything about the pigs, but I like sheep more. I'll never forget I had this one sheep who was riding in my boat one time, and I did not know that an angry pack of wolves was going to kill it. Don't try it. It makes you sad. I love sheep. They're adorable. They're one of my favorites in real life, and it's carried over to the Minecraft world. They're a classic. I, of course, have good memories with my personal hardcore world, as I keep bringing it up, where I had an entire field of pink sheep. It was super fun. My second favorite mob of all time is the Mooshroom. You guys know my favorite biome was the mushroom field, so of course the Mooshroom's gonna be high. They're super cool. The fact that you can milk them for mushroom stew is obviously great. I like it so much. They're very beneficial, and of course they spawn on an island where you literally can't get injured. That's great. But Mooshrooms are nothing to the best mob of all time, and that is the Snow Golem. I love the Snow Golem. They defend everything, whether they're little snowballs. They're not that great in combat, but they're so freaking cute. Look at them. You can summon them. They're going to fight for you. They'll never attack you. And they're so cute. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much my picks. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Leave a like down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. I will see you guys in the next video. You guys have a great day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.